Hey, Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Bashmi Ashai, Bashmi Kakwadash. Peace and blessings be upon the hopeful elected Israel, 144,000 and one-third remnant scattered throughout the earth, and double honors to our elders and apostles that came back to reincarnation. Alright, because reincarnation is real. Alright, and the elders and apostles in these times are known as Great Millstone. Now, recently, when Trump, he did an interview. I've been wanting to do a video on this, but the timing is, Spirit wants it to come out now. Trump did an interview with Joe Rogan, and he spoke negatively about us, really, on the streets preaching the end of America, doomsday, so to say. And he was saying that there's some he's roughly paraphrasing, he was saying that there's some doomsday prophets out there that want war to happen and think that, destruction is coming and doom and gloom. And that ultimately, that's the truth. When you understand prophecy and read the scriptures, one thing Christians don't do, they don't look at prophecies. That's Christian repellent. And one specific one is Revelation 18, because right now Trump, he's talking about there's no reason they need to be in Ukraine, which is fine and dandy and all, but that doesn't mean that World War III still isn't going to happen. All signs still point towards the U.S., which is known as Babylon in the scriptures, to be destroyed. And that's something that the doomsday prophets, all right, those that believe in the scriptures, understand the scriptures of the nation of Israel, the hopeful elect, they're going to see that and it's going to rejoice. And these things are going to make us happy in the news, all right? Syria getting toppled over and now a puppet being put in place, because what you got going on in Syria is just so-called white man Esau, Edom, Amalek in the scriptures funding both sides. On one hand you got the Pentagon. The Pentagon is arming and funding the militia groups, and then you have the CIA is fighting on the other side in Syria. So you got these two sides fighting against each other, and it's all confusion. All right, and that's how they took it over. That's how Esau does: divide and conquer, whether it be through economics or military campaign. And in this case, the military campaigns are just starting. All right, so this is Revelation 18 and 20, and they're going to continue. Trump may pull out of one country, but usually what do countries do when they're at wars all over the place? They pull out from one battle and relocate those forces, so to say, and those resources to another area. And that's basically what's going to happen ultimately for World War III to ensue. Now, it's Revelation 18 and 20. It says, "Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the power hath avenged you on her." So if we are coming in the same doctrine and beliefs of the men in the scriptures, the apostles and prophets, preaching the same things, then we're supposed to rejoice over this prophetic destruction of Babylon. And this is why. Revelation 18 and 21. It says, "And the angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying," this is a metaphor, "Thus with violence the great city, the United States of America, the great city Babylon, shall be thrown down and shall be found no more at all." Now Babylon, Babal means confusion, all right, and then you have Lan, if I'm not mistaken, that means land or territory. So this is the territory of confusion. And again, no matter what Trump's tactic is, no matter how sweet he has his words, all right, let me actually get that. All right, no matter how he preps the American people to receive the propaganda that peace is coming. It's a false sense of peace. And Trump is a good promoter. I'm not gonna hold him. You know what I'm saying? Trump is good at what he does. He's a good salesman. I know he was heavy into real estate before he got into politics and all that, and he's doing a good job of it as president. All right, because he's selling real estate of peaceful homes, in the minds of these Americans. But he's got an ulterior motive. If there's money to be made in war, or if he feels, because he's a nationalist and he thinks and he wants to protect his interests, he's gonna say one thing, but he's doing something else to do that. All right, because again, people at the highest level, they're not gonna reveal their decisions to people on really low levels. This is Psalms 55 and verse 21. It says, The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. All right, so this is a description of the wicked. All right, it's a description of the wicked and how they operate. Just like Cain, Cain, he had an ulterior motive. He went out there and slew his brother, and then tried to play like he wasn't supposed to be taking care of him. And the Lord asked him, "Where's your brother at?" He said, "I'm my brother's keeper." All right, now let me get this other scripture because again, all signs point. They really point to World War III. It doesn't matter what Trump says. It doesn't matter because now that Syria is toppled over, all those countries over there have a puppet, all right, got Esau's hand up their ass, except for Iran. All right, Elam in the scriptures. All right, Elam in the scriptures is Iran. All right, because when you look up Persia, you're going to see the Hebrew name Elam. All right, which is Elam. And up until a certain point ago in history, I think it's back in the 40s or the 50s, it was known as Persia. And then its name got changed to Iran. Iran is going to get rid of the U.S. through help, according to prophecies. All right, but it's all starting. It's all starting right now. That Syria thing is major news through the Spirit. And I want to bring out this precept, and I'll wrap up. All right, because no matter what happens, World War III is going to happen. Jeremiah 50 and verse 45 says, "Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that he hath taken against Babylon," again, the United States. This is the same empire that John saw. John and Jeremiah, all the prophets, really, they all saw America end in a blaze. All right? In the process to get there, they all saw it too, and they described it. So here's the description. "In his purposes, that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldees." All right, the Chaldees are the upper echelon, the upper class of the Babylonians. "Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them." Because when you follow the money in the Middle East with these proxy wars and all these puppets have been set up, because like Gaddafi got toppled, all right, Saddam Hussein got toppled. Hey, he was the man in the U.S., but then and as soon as they want you out, or you don't do what they want, they topple you. But now this man is doing too much in the so-called white man Amalek in the scriptures, the least of the flock. You go read that, Amalek out of the nation of Edom. Really, they're really base men, low level, and through wickedness they've taken over the earth through controlling resources, which is their blessing. All right, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. If not, where and who is he? He covered the faces of the judges thereof, Job 9 and 24. So we know who he is. And your doings, all right, or your undoings, I should say, in the Middle East, is going to lead to World War III. And who's it going to draw out? All the top players. They're going to get drawn into there. They're going to say, hold up, this is not right. We have to get involved. You fucking with our interests, all right? You effing with our money. All right, you're on our block, a.k.a. Iran. So now Russia's going to have to get involved. All they got to do is cross that Black Sea, all right, or come in through the other way to help Iran. Oh, which, by the way, if I'm not, I forget which country it is, but they, I think it's North Korea, or maybe it's Belarus. Basically, they're getting submarines capable with nuclear capabilities on them. So, hey, all the big players are coming to the Middle East, even the small ones. Scripture says in Joel, "Let the weak say I'm strong." All right, so the weak are going to be fortified. All right, they're going to be protected. A lot of these nations that are NATO nations, by the way, that are over there in the East protecting their interests, they're going to say, hold up, the U.S. is doing too much. All right, there's a common denominator of wickedness and confusion on the earth, and we must stop it. All right, and they're going to by the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, according to his prophecy. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So those Israelis, all right, the yiddle diddle people, the tunnelites, those building tunnels and trafficking children in New York and throughout the whole earth, really, because we haven't found all their tunnels. That's why they're known as rats. You're going to become desolate. That's the prophecy according to Malachi. It's going to burn your country, your empire, where you fuel your wickedness with fire. And then he's going to destroy your habitation, all right, in the first chapter because he hates you. So ultimately, again, Trump, it doesn't matter what you say, the Lord hates you, you're an Edomite. All right, you can pull out of one country. Guess what? You're gonna have to send all your resources over to Iran because Israel, they're gonna keep poking at that beehive, and that bee is gonna come out, and all his friends are gonna come out to play and destroy the U.S., which is known as Babylon the Great. All right. Hey, all praises to you. How about Shemiah Rashad? I just want to drop my 2 cents on everything that's going on as far as World War III and the pathway to it. You know what I'm saying? And I was watching the algorithm that the Elder Brothers did the other night, and a lot of good information come out. So I said, let me just chime in as well because Trump, he's talking big stuff, but we know where everything's headed. Who have the eye salve of Yahweh Shema Rashad. Shalom to elect, Deborah and Star Elders and Apostles, a great millstone. Barakatah Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakaha Kodash. Shalom.